Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beef Reacts. Did you like that? Did you like the energy?
That was good. A lot of energy.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want to get close to you like I normally do. I want to make sweet, sweet love to the microphone like I always do, but Ryan's here. And he doesn't like to watch. He likes to participate. I wanted to point out, I loved your fit today, by the way.
Thank you.
I'd say no homo, but like...
Is it strictly because of the Mario socks?
Listen, guys, you gotta understand, he's wearing dope Mario socks.
I don't know if I could show it properly. They're upside down on this end, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, dude, great flexibility as well. But like,
Thanks.
It's more of like the fact that you're wearing the red shirt, red lace type shorts, red Crocs, and red. You really got the matching on point.
The shorts I wore yesterday, but only for 2 hours, and so I threw on the floor because I wanted to get in my pajamas.
No, I got that.
And the shirt was the only thing that was planned.
I feel like you're always styling and profiling. This is the guy behind the camera 99% of the time, but like he always styles and profiles. I look like a fucking slob every second of the day. That's just me.
But now that you got that haircut, you styling, profiling.
Damn right, baby. Okay, maybe not that. That didn't look very... it's better. But today, we're checking out FRIEREN episode 4. Do you have any predictions?
I'm not. It was a couple days, so I'm not too up to date. The flashback or everything, the recap is gonna get my mind back into it.
I don't think they do recaps.
Damn. Well, I guess once I see the first scene, I'll remember it all.
Okay, so basically, I'll give you the recap because I have an impeccable memory. A memory that's like a steel trap. A memory that remembers everything except for song lyrics, names, important dates.
Correct.
But useless information that can be used for conspiratorial reasons. I'm your guy. So, FRIEREN. Or MILF Dommy Mommy, as you remember.
Interchangeable.
Yep. Her and Fern, her young wardess.
Yep.
17, so we'll keep that very PG. They're just kind of vibing. They're having a good time, kind of retracing some steps, having some fun, doing their thing. And last episode, they had to go and deal with the seal of that demon who made that...
They had the ordinary magic guy.
Ordinary offensive magic Zoltrak, which is still one of the most disrespectful things I've ever heard.
I didn't even know what happened when she said ordinary. I'm like, isn't that like a Kamehameha blast? Well, what is she saying ordinary for? What is she teaching her? This is ordinary.
It's sad. It's sad is what it is. But, here we are. Do you want the opening?
I think I'm good without it. I think I've seen it.
I respect you for that.
We'll see what the comments say if they want to see it.
28 years after the death of Himmel the Hero at the Bronze Channel located in the Central Lands.
This area has always been difficult for ships to navigate, so all sorts of things wash up on our shore. In the old days, the entire village used to pitch in and help clean up.
But now
Damn.
you lack the manpower to accomplish such a feat.
Would you, here's the thing. Would you go spelunking? If it, like, not in caves, but, like, for buried treasure?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like...
If it's, like, that type of shipwreck, though, nah.
It
looks looted.
Yeah, question of the day. If you had to pick between being a pirate, a knight, and a samurai, what do you want?
Pirate, knight, or samurai?
Maybe ninja, but...
I'm kind of going samurai.
I feel like you would go samurai. I think I want... Knight is too much for me. I couldn't be a knight.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like knights get a bad rap, and I feel like whenever I think of a knight, I think of, honestly, a pussy.
Yeah, Game of Thrones threw me off of it.
Yeah.
Like, they seem kind of just titled.
A pirate, I think of One Piece. I think of Patrick Avery, and I think of one of my favorite quotes in fiction.
What?
Or, it's actually a real-life quote, but it's a good quote. I am a man of great fortune, and I must seek my fortune. And let me tell you...
Good line.
It's a good fuck, right? Like what was the last great samurai quote you've heard?
They just kind of be slicing. They don't really talk.
Cha-cha!
The only thing they say is "you have no honor," and they slice.
I could fuck with that.
That's why I like it. It's cool. Besides the, you know, if you dishonor yourself,
Yeah,
family, you just
this-
gotta kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
commit your.
Senpuku.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that though. I would. I'd regain my honor. I'd Prince Zuko that shit.
I don't think you can do that.
I can do it.
He wasn't a samurai though. You can't. That's a whole different conversation.
And, well, I mean, he's Prince Zuko. I mean,
But he wasn't a samurai. He was just a child. That's even worse.
well, I mean, he should have committed seppuku for some of the things he ended
He
up doing.
simply did nothing as a child. He was just a bargaining tool.
Dude.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it was. Okay, back.
These waters were beautiful.
I already could tell people were gonna
As
be
clear
pissed
as crystal.
that we
I
talked.
forgot we were watching
Yes,
it.
I know.
God, she looks so fucking
Would
good.
you be willing to accept this?
I think it's
as
the
payment?
earrings.
I do like the earrings.
It's a book written by the legendary mage Flama.
Mistress Frieren.
Is this the only grimoire the village has?
Yes.
It shall do. We'll restore your coast to its former glory.
I just want to say real quick, there's something about her looking so disinterested in generally everything. Now, again, as we discussed in a previous video, my type has always been women with daddy issues. But there's usually a second caveat.
Really.
Women with daddy issues who want nothing to do with me.
He likes the struggle.
I love me a struggle. And there's something about her that just says, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm fine without you, and you need to earn my respect. And I'm in.
You kind of like being disrespected a little.
There's something about it. I don't like being humiliated. That's
That's the line.
that's a step too far. But it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
something where it's like I have to earn it as a mutual piece. I can get behind that.
I can see the appeal.
Yeah, because it's like there's something about her looking at you with disgust where you're like,
We're like very uninterested eyes.
yeah, just like you're over here fucking saving the world, and she's like, I don't care.
Nicknamed Himmel the hero. Doesn't bat an eye. Then she says I'm leaving for 50 years. I mean, what more can you do?
Maybe I'll be back, maybe not. Have fun.
Helped slay the Demon King, and she said I'll be gone for 50 years.
Dude, there's something about it.
You should have
What are
tracked her
you
down.
doing? That book is a fake.
So, you've been studying like I told you to. Good girl, Fern.
It just says copy on the back
Texts
of it.
attributed to Flama aren't real. This is yet another poor imitation.
Then why did you accept the job?
Because that man clearly needed our help.
You're the one who said I needed to start helping. Oh wait, sorry.
Clearly needed our help.
That must not be your only reason.
You're right. I'm doing this for me.
A self-interested, libertarian, trad cath, elf waifu. What more could you want?
Very little more.
I couldn't name anything.
Sounds like we have another long stay ahead of us.
What the? You're 18. What do you want? What are you gonna go and do?
Always a joy to see my best customer. I threw in something extra just for you.
Thank you, ma'am.
A gift for 3 months of loyalty. Have you gotten used to our village yet?
I have.
Oh, got lost on the way here.
Can I ask why are there subtitles sometimes?
I was noticing that.
I'm
They're not even accurate. I mean, they're like rough translation, I guess.
Maybe it's for the sub. Like, here's the thing: us having subtitles is great because I'm sure we're gonna get We have not posted the first video yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get complaints for one, us talking too much. Two, like we're not really reacting; we're more commentating, which is something that some people get upset about. And if you're upset about it, it's fine. I get it.
Should we try for this one or just go for the next one? Because we're already like 9 minutes into a 3.5 minute episode.
Sure gets awfully cold this time of year.
We're fine.
You girls be careful.
Don't assume my gender.
Damn.
My name is Fern.
My name is Fern.
It doesn't say any other gender.
You don't know what I'm packing under here,
She's still asleep.
bro. She even
And
sleeps
this
like that.
place is a mess. I tidied it up only yesterday.
There is no purpose to have the books out like that.
It's
I do love her
morning
hair up,
time.
though.
You need to wake up.
And hair down.
There's work to do.
What the hell is she doing?
The
I
shore
think-
isn't going to clean itself.
I mean, besides us doing it, This might be one of the least sexualized animes we've ever seen together.
Yeah. Can't they just like make their staffs just like go into their imaginary inventory while they get around? Okay, I guess to do that, but I mean they could have just brought it out when they got there.
This doesn't really seem like cleaning.
Chilly.
Her ears gotta be freezing. They're massive and pointy.
Something occurred to me.
What's that?
I wonder if you might actually be a rather irresponsible sort of person.
Oh my
I
god.
wake you up at a reasonable hour every morning, and get you dressed and feed you. You do know that I am not your mother, don't you?
I'm capable of doing all that myself.
No doubt, but you wouldn't be on your feet till noon.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. I've already given up hope.
Just an observation, FRIEREN.
Could you imagine? She just she drops in and just goes, Fern, you exist because I allow it.
That'd be insane.
She just gets real angry. You exist because I allow it.
You weren't looking, but I put that hole in the rock.
Yeah, you persist. You think you are quite an extraordinary mage, you are not.
You are mid at best.
Do you know who I am? Do you know what I've done? I am the Demon Slayer.
Not any demon, the Demon King.
People think Himmel slayed him. Nah! Me!
It just has a better ring for Himmel the hero. FRIEREN the hero didn't roll off the tongue as easy.
They just call me FRIEREN. The Demon Slayer.
It's too much to say.
I apologize.
How did you ever manage traveling with the hero's party? I can't imagine they would be willing to brush your hair.
I overslept all the time back then.
Dope.
And you never got in trouble for it?
I did actually, but just the once.
Only once.
I top squad.
They
It was
must
cool.
have been uniquely patient people.
They were unique, certainly. Though Heiter did often click his tongue in disapproval. Sorry.
Watch it.
I understand, friend, but calm down.
Oh my. He
Why were
gave
there
you the tongue
glass
click of
holes
rage.
on his shadow?
Because it's dope.
That doesn't make sense, but yeah. We'll let it rock.
I'm with it. That's how you knew it was him.
There were holes in his shadow. Is he a ghost?
How's the big
Maybe.
cleanup coming along?
I would say that we're about 2/3 of the way there.
Do you think it'll be ready by the New Year's festival?
Barely, but yes.
In that case, I sincerely hope you'll be able to join us in watching the sunrise this time. A sight to behold.
Nah.
I think
So
they
this
could have
whole
finished that
cleanup
there, too.
operation.
2/3? What the fuck do you mean 2/3?
I just
How big is this project that 66% and 2/3 is done?
I mean, I guess that whole piece right there. Why can't they just do it all in one? I thought she's like the strongest mage. Just move it.
Maybe what they should do, right, is like BP, dump the oil in the harbor,
Yes,
light the oil on fire, problem solved,
it's big brain time.
right? If it worked for BP, why can't it work for us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure there's an oil spell to just splatter in the water right there.
yeah, and then you just use the water purification spell, and bada bing, bada boom. You've
2 spells. You're saving mana.
yeah. This isn't fucking Full Metal Alchemist, right? Like,
Yeah, simple math. Right
yeah.
there.
There's no equal exchange, so why not?
Is related to the
Could
New
you imagine
Year's
if Ed
festival?
could just fly?
In this village, it's customary to welcome the new year by watching the sunrise.
There's so much mana.
It's
to lift
something
things.
about the way the light reflects off the clear water. They say that it's quite beautiful.
You know,
You
it's
mean you've
beautiful.
never gotten to see
Lighting
it
the water
before?
on fire with oil.
You think that I could wake up that
Genius.
early?
That does seem unlikely.
Let's try to
She is
hurry.
upset.
We don't have much time.
My God.
Dope. I'd keep the skull.
Facts.
Buried treasure. Dude, they're just a couple of girls, you know what I mean? trying to make their way into this world.
Yeah. See, they put the fire in the wrong spot.
Where does the fire go when it's burned out?
I guess they just got a pile of ash then.
Yeah, you didn't do anything. You just changed its state.
Why didn't they save the wood to like
The water quality
for
is
fire
looking
in
great.
their homes?
Our work is done with a whole night to spare.
It hardly looks like the same beach.
Thank
I already
you
saw
for-
this in My Hero Academia, so I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to say been done before, but it's been done before.
What, they're cleaning up the ocean?
Cleaning up the beach, yeah.
Oh.
It's like episode 2. Sorry for the spoiler, but
I mean, I don't think that's like a thing they looked at and said, I want to also clean up a beach. I think they were just kind of like, let's clean up a beach.
dude, imagine being trained to be the #1 hero, and they're just like, they just set you in a landfill and say, clean it. I don't know how to clean it. Clean it.
Guess everyone starts from the bottom.
I'll be back in 3 months. If it's not clean, you will be nothing.
3 months? How dirty is that ocean or
Bro,
beach?
Bro, well, when we start My Hero Academia, you're gonna be in for a treat.
3 months? Like, that seems generous. I think I could pick that up with like one of those little sticks everyone uses, the regular humans.
Bro, you haven't seen this beach.
Why did they let the beach get so dirty?
They don't even use trash bags, which is the part I don't understand it.
For all your hard work,
There's always
Miss
some hero
Freeman.
that could just burn it
Tomorrow,
all.
you'll
That's
be
not the
joining
problem.
us for the festival, right?
Right.
We're excited to have
We're
you.
leaving tonight.
Have you lost your mind? That's so early. There's no way you'll be able to wake up in time. It would be impossible.
Not if
Thanks.
I simply don't sleep.
You're
That's the
that
right
intent
mindset.
on seeing the sunrise?
That's a Brendan
To
mindset.
be honest, I couldn't care less. That's the reason I'd like to see it.
I like Brendan would like her. If only she had a different
Don't
hue.
understand.
Neither do I.
Correct. Dude, if I stay up all night reading, pissed. Like,
Come to the New Year's festival with us. You broke poor Hyder's heart. Now he's bedridden. Sensitive soul.
The only thing he's sensitive to are the effects of his dream.
The rest of you got to go, so what's the issue?
Should have been there too. We wanted you to enjoy it.
It's merely a sunrise. It would have brought me any joy.
There, you would have loved it.
Why's that?
Because you're just that kind of person.
She's asleep. She's asleep. Mistress Freerin, you have to wake up, or else you'll be late to the festival. Who do you think you're calling Mama, young lady?
hot.
How exactly am I doing this again?
No, I get it. Me tomorrow when I have to convince a priest to let me be a godfather. I gotta be up at like 7:30.
Certainly pretty,
God.
but I wouldn't say it's worth waking up early for. Maybe Himmel didn't know what kind of person I was after all.
I've seen thousands of sunrises.
I need to go back.
That's what she's thinking. This is nothing.
Mistress. So beautiful.
You don't get out much, do you?
It's just a sunrise.
Act up to me. I can tell you're happy.
Maybe so, but only because you're smiling.
I was only looking at the water. I didn't look at the sun.
Fern, I can't see. I've been staring at the sun too long.
Fern, it's the eclipse.
You didn't say not to look at it, Fern.
What the fuck, Fern?
Everything is dark.
I've burned my retinas, Fern.
We have a spell for that, right? I've collected so many. No, there is no spell to fix your retinas.
Fern, I don't think you're understanding. I've never seen an eclipse before. What do you mean you've never seen it? You've been alive for hundreds of years. Never.
I'm reading books.
I'm reading books, Fern. I'm doing important shit. I'm deciphering magic. God.
I wouldn't have been able to see this sunrise if I'd been on my own.
It is still just a
Absolutely
sunrise.
not. If I weren't here, you'd still be snuggled up in bed.
You
It's
don't.
true.
You don't get it. You wouldn't get it.
The land where souls rest.
Oh, I think we were at the end of the episode. We're only 10 minutes in. Whoops!
Are these for your family?
It happened a long time ago. Demons attacked my village and showed no mercy. What are you doing?
Praying, of course.
We return to nothing when we die.
I like to think we go to heaven.
It's pretty dark, dwarf. I forget his name.
I forget as well. It's something dope though, but like the cringe atheist versus the based Christian.
He's a heavy alcoholic though, so
how you can't be based without drinking a decent amount, you know.
he's in his prime right now.
The cringe, we return to nothing. The based, we see the glory of heaven. You ever see that meme where it's like, oh, you've already lost. I've drawn you as the soy jack.
I haven't seen that one specifically. Well, maybe a while ago.
I'll show you it after the fact, but it's so funny. It's basically, it's because the meme is just like, whatever argument that you don't like, you just put with the soy guy face. And then you just have, it's like, I've already drawn people with my argument as the Chad. I've won.
That's funny. I like that.
Dude, I love that the Virgin versus Chad thing started from a school shooter's manifesto.
Yeah, I guess all good things come from bad things.
Well, I mean, technically it started with the incel. Well, that technically started the incel thing. And I mean, technically speaking, you could say it started before that, but Elliot Rogers is the one who made it, famous. I know way too much about internet lore. Like, it's a weird thing. I go down a lot of rabbit holes when I'm bored at night.
I could tell.
Until several thousand years ago, people largely accepted that nothing comes after. But I know the dwarves value tradition. I myself am skeptical about the idea of a heaven. Magic can't observe the souls of the dead, so an afterlife cannot be outright proven, though it cannot be disproven either.
I, for one, don't think it matters either way.
I agree. In the grand scheme of things, I can't say how much it truly matters.
Careful now, O corrupt one. Not very priestly.
You're right. But even if a heaven doesn't exist, I very much believe that it should.
Why's that?
I feel it's more convenient that way.
Gotta
Those
pay for
that
my
kept
sins of
living
being a
despite
raging
life's
asshole.
hardships deserve more than just oblivion. Picture the alternative. A heavenly realm where souls can live in luxury. It's a nice thought.
It's a soft thought.
Good point.
You saw.
That is more convenient. Let's pray.
Let's.
And he's praying now. What is Sweetie? 20 years after the event. Okay. I can't read words good. Imagine converting, like, he basically just used that one razor. Do you know what razors are?
Yeah, like what, the scooter or the gaming thing?
No, they're like philosophical rules of thumb.
3 types of razors.
I mean, there's a lot of different types of razors technically, but there's one, I forget what it's called, but it's basically like it's by this like one priest where he's like, he basically says like, I forget what the fuck like the exact wording is, but it's like, let's just say that there is no afterlife, right? There is no God. But there could be, right?
Yeah.
Does your life actually get much worse if you were to act as though there might be one?
I mean, I don't know.
Like, the concept is, the concept basically is just like, if you don't know that there is or isn't an afterlife, that there is or isn't a God, it's better to err on the side that there could be one, because worst case scenario, if you live your life like, let's just say, because the dude was a Christian, like Christian values, so like you don't steal, you don't murder, you don't cheat, you don't do like, the big things, what are you really missing out of in life? Not much, right? And then if you die and you're proven wrong that there is no afterlife, well, you lived a good life anyway. But if there is an afterlife, you get the reward of it. I forget the exact. I'm butchering the razor, by the way, but it's like one of them. There's another one where it's like you shouldn't you shouldn't attribute malice to what can be easily explained with ignorance. There's a lot of really fun ones. But I'm saying he basically did that where he was just like, he's like, well, listen, you know, I know you guys have never prayed before. He's like, but I like to think that there could be, so just in case.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, just in case, bro.
In case there's a checklist, prayed or not prayed.
Yeah.
Hello there. I thought I'd drop by.
You act as if it hasn't been 30 years.
So, not very long at all, then.
28 exactly.
I suppose not. I never thought you would take on an apprentice.
I was swindled.
Eisen, I came to see if there's anything I can
Eisen.
help you with.
What a good name.
I'm not done here yet. I heard you paid a visit to Hyder before he passed away.
Who told you?
And asked him
I
the
didn't know
same
that.
thing.
How do you know about that?
Exactly, thank you.
Hyder and I rode often.
You're much friendlier than you appear.
Or perhaps you're not friendly enough.
Well, tell me, is there anything we could do? Full basin. This takes me back.
So you've been here before?
Long ago.
Long ago, she says. How long must that be?
Probably in prehistoric times.
Not even I have lived that long.
Yo, those ears do more than just look good.
They hear good.
They hear good.
That was insane. That's Superman hearing.
If you had to pick a body augmentation,
Yeah.
would you want elf ears?
Nah. Too cold.
Respect.
Can't wear a lot of hats too. I'm a good hats guy.
I think I'd want gorilla arms.
That's a good one.
Or gorilla forearms.
Mine probably arms or legs.
Because I wouldn't want to be a gorilla, but I want a gorilla forearms. And it's like, it's not furry enough for you to be called a furry, but you look like Wolverine.
Yeah. I might do legs. I think that's a good overall.
I respect that.
Arms will just look weird.
Explain.
I respect that.
What are we looking for?
The notes of Flamma, the legendary mage.
If you insist. But you know most of our supposed writings are fake.
Not this one. I have a lead from Hyder. He deduced the location from records on Flamma, left in the Holy City. Her genuine notes are located somewhere in Full Basin. Think back, FRIEREN. You must remember that.
His research was in-depth, quite driven for a corrupt priest. Let's
Call it
begin.
corrupt.
Yeah,
Start
stop
by looking
Man,
for
like
a
the
giant
drink.
tree.
Take it easy
A
on us.
giant tree? That's ridiculous. We're in a forest full of them. Well, I suppose you do have all the time in the world.
That I do. But Fern doesn't like when I work leisurely, so I'll try to be quick.
Well, dude, Fern, what are you so upset about?
Let's search as efficiently as possible.
You should start flying.
Fern, what is your issue?
Changed. You never cared about other people's time before.
That's all Fern. She's scary when she's mad.
Good to know. I'll watch myself.
Like he couldn't completely flatten her.
Oh my god.
It's so cute because he said his favorite food was sour berries. So she got a spell.
You ignore that he was just sprinting on water. Oh my god.
He's him.
Why are humans like the lamest people in this show?
Dude, facts. What did Himmel do that was so great?
Mistress FRIEREN,
I found a tall tree.
I spotted a large tree growing over some ruins to the west of here. This way.
Meet you there.
We're walking.
He just defies gravity
Eisen?
and just
I
climbs it down.
understand wanting those notes, but why now?
Because I felt sorry for you. Not just you,
The
I
fuck does that
suppose. I felt sorry for Himmel, too. 30 years ago, at his funeral, you said that you wished you would have gotten to know him better. In my humble opinion, you should tell that to Himmel himself. According to legend, Flamma's notes discuss her conversations with the dead and how she achieved those meetings.
Bro.
That was gonna hit.
Not even just that. My boy Eisen fully converted. He was like, there, we just go to dust, and now he's praying. He became an old man.
That's what, I guess age does that. You become religious in old age.
He just converted. He's like, I'm probably gonna die soon. I sure wish there's an afterlife.
Nothing more than a fairy tale. And such dialogue with Himmel is far from my mind.
You know more than most that all magic started as fairy tales. And don't you want to learn more about your lost friend? That's why I brought this up to Hyter. It was evident that you had regrets. We wanted to help you through them.
Because we love you. As a squad.
He's one of the boys.
That's one of the pieces.
A barrier. And a powerful one. It's protecting both the tree and the ruins.
Oh, this is easy. Open.
I'm gonna use the barrier release spell. Release barrier.
Dancing in the palm of my master's hand.
My master? Excuse me?
How is that going to keep watch?
Oh, don't sell it short. This little sapling will grow. In 1,000 years, it'll still be protecting this place.
Probably so, but you'll be dead by then.
Well, sure, but you won't be. Someday down the line, you're going to make a horrid mistake, and you'll wish you had gotten to know the people around you.
Are you asking I get to know you? How needy.
Yeah, not quite. All that I'm saying is when the inevitable happens, return to this place. And I, the legendary mage Flamma, will be here to help.
That's kind of dope.
That was a clean transition, yeah.
So those are Flamma's notes? You're certain they're real?
They are.
How can you be so sure?
Did you see what just happened?
Have you not, Fern, I know that you didn't have a education growing up in a war-torn country and being taught by me everything you know. Did you not figure out my master was Flamma yet, or I just you can't be this fucking strong and this stupid, right?
I just say, yeah, she's just not putting two and two together. She's just sitting there blank facing it all.
And here's the thing, before anyone gets upset, like, we're obviously memeing, like, how could you expect her to know, but, like, it's funny.
FRIEREN's Flamma's best student.
Mama, the hero from my textbook? Are you telling me that FRIEREN used to be your student? And we're positive that she doesn't predate history?
Does it say anything about speaking with the dead?
So that means FRIEREN's 1,000 years old.
To that very page.
Die.
So she knew 1,000 years ago that I would come back here someday. What an unpleasant woman.
What
On the very northernmost end of the continent, I arrived at the place the people of this world call heaven. I now know it as Aureole, land where souls rest. Many spirits have gathered there. I spoke with friends whom I once fought alongside. It was the discovery of a lifetime, and will hopefully propel the research on souls forward.
Do you think any of that is true?
Who can say? She was rather irresponsible.
Heaven exists. It's more convenient if it does.
You're right.
That's not a good answer.
I
You
should
said
try
it twice
believing
now.
for a change.
You can't just keep saying that and being like, yes.
Just because it's convenient doesn't mean it's better.
Just because it's convenient doesn't mean I'm going to take the next 10 to 15 years of my life going north.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna sit down and pray every 5 seconds a day. It's stupid.
That's a stupid idea. You're stupid. Fern, why are you holding on her back like that?
Yeah, it's just weird.
You know, sometimes I wish we took up animation. Because I feel like if we were animators, our life would be easier.
Yeah.
But then I remember how hard animation is, and I'm like, maybe it's cool we didn't.
Yeah, it was very annoying in my my one class at the bare minimum level. Wasn't fun at all.
No.
Mainly because I couldn't draw, which just made it infinitely harder.
Dude, and everyone's like, "Oh, you just have to practice to learn how to draw." It's like, no.
I'm not taking years to know how to draw.
Yeah, it takes forever to learn it. All right, like that seems like, and just like cramping and other stuff. You know, it's easy.
Yes.
Like that's.
Yes. And
Hey.
using AI to animate it.
Yeah, it's so much easier. So much.
I was watching these people that were gifted in that class. I'm like, this isn't for me.
I saw people that were gifted, and I went, "Damn, AI is gonna take your job in a couple of years, huh?"
This is the next Toriyama that I'm looking at.
Nah, it's not even like a bad thing. AI is wild though.
Yeah.
I hate when people are like, "It's gonna steal a job. It requires no skill." It's like, yeah, but like think about all the creative people that get to like create now.
Yeah. If it could make a proper McDonald's burger for me, I'm fine. Can't do that right with people, so might as well replace that job.
Bro, you are.
Fuck my burger up every time. I want a fucking plain cheeseburger, and they take off my cheese every time, dude. I just don't understand. It's so annoying.
For one, what I don't understand is the word plain cheeseburger is oxymoronic.
Like I have to say plain because I take off like the mustard, the pickles, and that.
No, I
so
get
it's just
it.
plain cheeseburger, and then they look at it and say, plain cheeseburger. Let's take off the cheese on the cheeseburger.
Well, I think the problem is that they're hearing the word plain. They're like, "Oh, you're ordering a cheeseburger, but you want it without." And it's just like at that point, I would just say, "I want a plain hamburger."
Yeah, there's a selection for hamburger, much like there is cheeseburger.
Like I just,
It's all right.
there's a level of thought processing and stupidity that I just, it's a lot for me.
They deserve 25 an hour.
Do you have any idea
50
exactly
actually.
where this place might be?
Let me ponder.
Bitch said ponder.
It's in the north. Enda.
But that's where...
That's correct. It is now home to the Demon King's castle.
Oh. Well, that's
Why would it be in such a place?
FRIEREN, you must go to Aureole and speak with Himmel.
He's dead.
You said you would help me, did you not?
You picked up a few tricks. Where?
I think we both know the answer to that.
I'll do it then. We needed a destination. Though I hate to think I'll be passing through the tundra around the Demon King's castle. Maybe I don't want to go.
This is going to be an uphill battle.
Alright.
Just crying about not seeing Himmel and knowing him better now. She's like, I don't want to talk to him.
She's already dead asleep.
As carefree as ever.
Too cold. I don't want to freeze out there.
Sleep whining. Is it really that frigid around the Demon King's castle?
Conquering Indus terrain is no small feat. It's at the northernmost end of the continent.
And that's why we did it.
We braved much more than the cold in that place.
I had my
sure.
hair to keep me warm, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. How do you think I became so wise, girl?
It feels a little too quiet. I think she's napped for long enough. Nap time's over. Rise and shine. Well, I tried.
Say,
There's a lot of words I'm not saying right now, and I
Was
want
that
you to
elf
know
a
that
good
it's
teacher?
taking a lot in me not to say them.
You're a strong
That's a
man.
fair
I'm trying to
question.
be.
I don't
It's
know
Lent.
the answer. She just drags me around on her aimless search for new spells. I'm always at her mercy. That said, her interest in getting to know Himmel and the rest of your party has given her some direction.
Okay.
When it comes to me, I find that she is significantly less interested. The reason she took me on in the first place was because Master Heiter asked her to.
I see.
But, well, she does care in her own way. Whenever my birthday comes around, she picks out some sort of present for me. She usually seems indifferent to my presence. I'm curious what goes through her mind. She's a mystery.
Again, there's just something about the word indifferent that just gets me.
In what sense? Like a good way?
Oh yeah. When she was like, she's indifferent to my presence, I was like, that.
I don't know about. I don't know. I don't think I'm on the same wavelength as you right there. I just think she's. It could be because it's olden times. I just think it sounds pretentious. She seems different.
Well, I mean, like
she seems like she doesn't care.
Yeah, she seems like she don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted to say?
Yes. I can't tell if she fucked with me or not. She gave me all this jewelry, but I don't know if she fucked with me.
She keep me out the hood, keep me looking good. But she don't feed me.
Yeah.
Big pimpin', baby.
That's how she should be talking. That's how they all should be talking.
Dude, you think when Jay-Z said, quote, you know what, thug 'em, fuck 'em, love 'em, leave 'em, because I don't fucking need 'em, he knew what he was doing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he knew what he was setting into motion?
I think after he said it, he turned to his producer, just gave him a nod.
Mm-hmm.
The producer gave a nod back. And then they just released a fucking heat of a song.
Well, it's just like, what? Keep him out the hood, keep him looking good, but I don't fucking feed him. First time that fuss I'm breezing. Talk about what's the reason. I'm a pimp in every sense of the word, bitch. Better better trust and believe him. I know that song way too well. Might be the only song I know well, actually.
FRIEREN, you won't be staying in the royal capital?
I'm going to keep traveling.
All by yourself?
It's easier that way.
You're not going to take on an apprentice. A journey is better with someone to talk to.
I fear it would be a waste of time. No matter how much I teach them, they'll surely die.
How cheery. That's not how relationships work.
That's how they work for me. Just consider our adventure. It's taken up less than 1/100th of my life.
Wow.
You should understand, Eisen.
What is 10 times 100? I'm stupid. I'm stupid as fuck. It's 1,000. But, like, 10 years, 1/100th. Right?
Well, so she's much older than 1,000 then.
Yeah, she's currently 1,000 years old. So does that mean she lives to 2,000? 3,000? How old does this bitch live to?
Maybe we'll get more descriptive answer later.
I just want to know. You're just trying to get through the episode. I know that.
That's enough. No time for such depressing talk. Today is a day for celebration and glee. Let us toast.
It sounds like somebody wants an excuse to drink more.
Is the veil so thin?
The veil was transparent.
The corrupt priest strikes again.
Stop calling me corrupt. I just like a drink or two. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just drinking communion wine. It's the blood of Christ, goddammit.
You're right.
You're really not coming with us?
Correct. It's as I told you before. I would only get in your way.
All right.
You remember the path to Ender, don't you?
Yes. We'll go through the Villa region. Then we'll cross Regal Canyon and find the Northern Lands checkpoint.
Regal Canyon?
Forgive
King
me.
Canyon?
You have a long journey ahead. It took the four of us 10 years.
I see. So we'll be following the same route you took to the Demon King's castle on your first journey.
It actually doesn't make any sense now.
Why?
It took them 10 years to do that whole thing. But
I mean, they're stuck.
said it, a 1/100th of her life. I don't know. She knew that one other mage that was 1,000 years old.
Well, she wasn't 1,000 years old.
I mean, like 1,000 years ago.
And she was still alive. So maybe she just lives to be like
That we will.
5 trillion?
Maybe
Another
she was
brief
just being like
10-year adventure.
not accurate. I mean, I don't think she doesn't have to be 100% accurate everything she says, I guess. But still, I mean,
How long are elves fertile for?
are you asking if she's still? You think she's fertile
Right now? Like, do they go through menopause? Typically, like, elves, I think, don't give birth. Like, isn't that like a thing where it's like a lot of times, like, they're okay? Well, fuck.
I'm just saying. I have no idea.
I thought you were into fantasy shit, dude.
No. When you say elves, I think of Santa Claus.
You're not. I thought you were into the fantasy genre.
That's fantasy.
Yeah, you like Game of Thrones and shit. I thought.
I like Game of Thrones. Doesn't mean I'm gonna look at all of them.
I mean, like, if you're into the fucking genre, you're into the. I don't like fantasy shit.
I don't think they have elves in Game of Thrones.
Wait, they don't have elves in Game of Thrones. What the fuck do they have in
They
Game?
got giants.
So that's somehow not the same.
Giants and elves are definitely not the same.
Do giants live shorter lifespans?
I think like 300. I think they lived in there.
That doesn't make sense to me. Because the bigger the dog, the less they live.
I would think the bigger they are, the slower they age.
I would think the bigger they are, the faster they die.
Well, I think dogs are different. I'm thinking like just a human type anatomy. If they're bigger, they last longer.
I wouldn't agree with that. Being
I think
fat
just bigger dogs have just worse hearts. That's why they don't last as long.
Dinosaurs didn't live that long.
How do you know?
Well,
we only know when they were dead. We don't know how long they live. You can't prove that. All they can say is this was a big animal that lived till it was 3. You can't prove that. They call cap.
I think they saw dinosaurs and they went, these bitches lived until a meteor hit.
Yeah, but you can't say from that when that thing was birthed until it died.
Nah, I feel like dinosaurs did not live that long.
I don't think they lived 100 years, but I don't think they had an average lifespan of 30 to 40, if that's what you're going at.
I'm not saying 30 or 40. I'm saying, like, I don't expect giants to live incredibly long.
I don't think
taller people die earlier on average.
Of humans, yeah.
Yeah, so if they're taller fucking people...
But that's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole other...
You're saying like an 8-foot man to a 5-foot man. Yeah, but if you're talking like a 30-foot, 100-foot giant, that's not just like an anomaly. That's a whole other basic species.
It doesn't feel correct to me.
You can't just birth a 30-foot person and be like, that man's going to live till he's 5.
I'm not saying 5!
Obviously, I'm exaggerating
yeah,
in that sense.
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, elves living a long time, they're normally a little bit shorter, they're a little bit more petite. That makes sense to me, alright?
But how if they don't typically reproduce like a traditional way, how do they reproduce?
Well, I mean, like, they reproduce. Like, I'm just, like, the point is that I feel like I could be wrong, but I can... You know how sometimes you just get a feeling of a genre?
Mm.
I have the sense that elves, typically in fantasy, normally have, like population problems. Now, you could say that that's from inbreeding, you could say that from, like, whatever. Because from a Tolkien sense, they're usually, like, a higher race that's more advanced, more whatever.
Mm.
But, like, I just feel like it's hard for them to get pregnant. I feel like it's hard for elves to get pregnant.
I mean, they have their whole life. It can't be that. You think with their technology, though, it'd be easy.
Well, like, if you live to be 1,000 to 2,000 years old, do you really want to spend a couple thousand years taking care of a little fucking red rag?
I would think, like, once... I don't know what age they hit until they're developed, like, most humans, 25. So, I mean, I don't know. Just... Once they're 16, tell them to fuck off. I don't know.
Like, I just don't understand it. I know you don't understand. Well, neither of us are. We're both dumbasses.
I think it varies. I think everyone has a general elf idea, but I think from show to show they just twist it a little.
That makes probably good sense. Listen, guys, comment. Like, comment, share, subscribe, obviously. But let us know, do elves have a fertility problem? Do they have wide birthing hips?
Or do they just give birth like Namekians in Dragon Ball Z? Eggs through their mouth.
They just spit it. They go, patooey.
Only the men. Because there are only men that are Namekian that I know of in the OG.
I can't think of any women, to be honest with you.
So you think, are they just attracted to each other then?
I think Toriyama knew what he was doing.
Are Namekians gay?
I don't know.
They don't
I think asexual. They reproduce asexually, so I mean...
But are they gay?
Are you asking, are they part of the LGBT plus spectrum? Yeah, if they produce asexually, yeah.
So are there non-LGBT Namekians?
I've never seen... I think they all count as asexual, and since they all count as asexual, they're all just LGBT.
So you think in Piccolo's eyes, most people on Earth at that time are, like, gay? Because it's, like, swapped.
No.
In his eyes.
Because
Namekians are their natural thing is technically LGBT.
Yeah.
In that sense, that's normal to them.
Okay.
So they're looking at.
So you're saying from a race standpoint, yeah, but Piccolo was born on Earth.
Yeah, but he knows who's.
Maybe he thinks he's the weird one.
He fused with like 2 other Namekians, so like that one that he fused with on Planet Namek. I assume
Nail?
I don't know what his name was. He was some nobody. Technically.
Yeah, technically he was a warrior, but
he had like 5 minutes of screen time.
yeah, but like point being is I'm confused myself. I don't really get. I think you think you're cooking with something, but you're really not here.
I think I'm actually cooking with something.
I don't think you're cooking with a damn thing.
I think Piccolo.
You're not totally not Mark here, buddy.
I think I'm actually cooking with something.
You're not.
I need the comments to open this discussion.
Yeah, they're gonna open it. They're gonna flame the fuck out of you and be like, "This guy doesn't understand."
It's gonna get into an actually intelligent conversation.
It's gonna be incredibly fucking heated, being like, "They're not asexual." It's just like I don't know. I'm not claiming to know. What I do know is that they seem to reproduce asexually, at least the Dragon Clan or the Namekians. But like,
but what qualifies for one to do so? What do they have to do so?
I think they just have to really think about it hard.
That sounds gay.
What do you mean? Like, it doesn't sound gay. That doesn't.
Like, I don't know. It's just there's no intervention of another Namekian.
No. Asexual technically is like gay, I guess.
As someone who is not part of that community, if I were to look at that, I'd say that looks like that's part of that community.
Yeah.
So Piccolo looking at Goku and Chi-Chi.
Yeah.
Make Gohan. He'd probably say that's gay.
Yeah, probably. He'd probably be like, "That's weird. That's weird that you do that.
That's weird that you do it that way."
We spit out eggs.
We like each other. You like different types of you guys.
Bro, they have antenna and larvae. I don't fucking know.
I don't know what to call that. Lesbian, gay, bi. Where we got to add a new.
They're not gonna add a new word because I don't think that's a. I think they're dealing with Kid Buu and shit, and they don't have time to worry about sexuality.
You think now in the Earth LGBT community?
Yeah.
If they recognize the Namekians,
I think
are they putting the N in there? Besides non-binary, are they putting the N in there for Namekian?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. They have dinosaur people, so I think it really doesn't fucking matter.
I think Namekian should be in there.
I think no one has thought this hard about this ever.
Someone who's
I promise you, traditional Japanese man Akira Toriyama did not think about this.
Well, I think if he was here right now,
he would say, "What the fuck?" He said, "I made dope people fighting to the fucking death. That's what I did." He said, "I don't need any of that."
Put Namekians in the LGBT.
He's probably like, "I added romance because I don't like romance, so I just made them fuck."
I need someone to go into the Wikipedia page of LGBTQ and then send a screenshot and put it in the Beef Discord chat of them adding Namekians.
There is no. Okay, it's fine.
I want to see it in there, and I want Matt to show me it when someone does it.
Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. By the way, join the Discord down below. We can talk about things.
18 plus.
It is 18 plus. I don't want any children in there because I am not weird. I'm not saying that if you're a part of a community where they allow minors in it, it's weird. I'm just saying, personally speaking, I just think it's a little odd to be communicating with minors at age 24. That's just a personal thing. Either way. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind, just like, comment, share, subscribe. We're going to continue this argument in like probably 10 seconds.